So happy summer. I've had actually three different people ask me what tech do I use to do videos to post on YouTube for my math classes. And I thought I would record kind of a little bit of what my setup looks like, how I use it, and if you're interested, you could find my I think you can find my email on my YouTube account. Just go ahead and send me an email, and I'll send you maybe a document that kind of summarizes this as well. But anyways, my basic setup is I would say most of the time, 80% of the time, my instructions happening inside of OneNote. I can hit this icon right here and send the whole thing full screen, so it basically hides most of these toolbars except for this one tool of icons along the top there. Um, when I'm recording a video, I don't usually record the entire OneNote video. I'll record like a small subset of it. I can grab this rectangle shape right here. So I might be recording just something like in there. I try to make sure it's a 16 by 9 aspect ratio, but everything's happening in there in that space. I've had a Surface Pro 1, 2, and I'm currently using a Surface Pro 3. I thought about buying a Pro 4, but I'm going to wait a bit on this one. However, I did go out and buy the pen that comes with the Surface Pro 4, and the reason why I bought it was this is back to being an eraser. It was in the Pro 1 and 2, but for the 3, its functionality was just tied up into OneNote. All that functionality is still there in that pen for OneNote, and it's some good stuff, right? If you want to screen capture an image, but basically just double click that and you can look at tutorials on how to use the Surface Pen. But I just love it that I can flip it upside down and easily erase. It makes it super cool. There's a slight customization in this OneNote toolbar that you can see across the top. I've laid out my favorite pens and some highlighters so that I can quickly change colors when I'm recording things. So definitely it's a Surface Pro 4 or Pro 3 with a Surface Pen. It's a Surface Pro pen. It's the one that ships with the Pro 4. Also in my classroom, this is all displayed, streamed wirelessly via my LCD projector. I've got an LCD projector, really fortunate, that has an HDMI input on it. So this thing for about, I think that this is the version 2 one, but I think you can get the version 1 for like $30, $40. It allows you to basically stand anywhere in your classroom and teach on a great big screen from anywhere. So it's a great setup. Free software that I use while teaching, I always use this TI emulator, Wabbit EMU. So when I drag this calculator onto the screen, right, that's how I do that. It's here. And I can use that to show students how to do certain things with their calculator, especially if it's statistical things, doing a regression analysis or something like that. And then GeoGebra is just a phenomenal tool for. There's really nothing it can't do. It has a great CAS system for making up problems, getting solutions quickly. It has a great way of entering, editing data in a spreadsheet, and then taking that data and finding linear models, nonlinear models to fit the data, and then of course all the geometry stuff, right? All those constructions, all those things that Geometry Sketchpad had. And the best thing, of course, is that, it's free. So in fact, both of these are free. This is a free emulator. This is free. Unfortunately, the pen, the Surface, and the display adapter are not. The other thing that I use is what am I recording with? There must be other things that are better, but this has worked out really well for me. It's called Microsoft Expression Encoder 4. This is a free download, and there's two things that it installs, but I'm just using the screen capture part of it. The screen capture allows you to, basically you hit settings and tell it which microphone you want to use. If you are going to do a lot of recording on your Surface, I do recommend an external microphone, maybe a headset, just because a lot of times your microphone array is right there on the Surface as in you're writing. You hear this tap 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 of the pen on the glass all the time. So you can pick which microphone you're using, and then when you hit record, it basically gives you this window where you select what you're going to record. And I usually try to keep it a 16 by 9 aspect ratio, so you can see here I've got 800 by 450. And then when you're all set, you just hit record. It'll do a 3, 2, 1 countdown, beep, and then you're basically live until you hit the stop button. and usually this toolbar is replaced with one down here that has stop, pause. So it's nice if you want to, you can pause the video for a while and then resume from there too. And then once they're all done, they're all of them are stored locally, and you can see mine are getting stored in this particular folder. And it looks crazy old because it says SkyDrive, not OneDrive. But anyways, they're stored in that folder, and then I can drag those files directly to YouTube. So when I'm ready, I just upload them directly to YouTube, and they process pretty quickly on the YouTube website, and they're ready for my students in pretty much no time. So that's pretty much the big overall picture of the stuff that I use. One of the things I love about OneNote is its ability to do typesetting from ink. So for example, I'll grab my pen here. I could do 3x squared plus 5x, and I'll just do all divided by the square root of 3 for some weird reason. Now I'm going to touch the screen with my finger, and you can see it gives me this little selection bubble. So if I put my finger right on that bubble and then slowly drag around, it's got a lasso thing. So my pen is just, it's my pen I'm holding, but I'm just using my finger to do that, and then release. It's all selected. Then I hit that, and I go to ink to math, and there it is, 3x squared plus 5x all divided by the square root of 3. As soon as you click insert, let me hit insert, it'll typeset that, and now it's a beautifully typeset equation. It's the same equation editor that's in Microsoft Word, so you can grab those, plug those in from there. But it's a great way to set up things that you're going to talk about or examples you might look at in class, and make available to your students. And like I said, I teach from this pretty much exclusively. And in fact, if you look at my notebooks, here's Math 1 2014-2015. This I started, in that 2 school years ago. Right now we're getting ready for the 16-17 school year, but that has everything in it. It's got every problem that I do, every test I've ever given. I love it because I can create answer keys in OneNote. Then I don't have to worry about storing those in a file cabinet somewhere. They're just sitting there in my OneNote, ready for me to modify in the future or grade test. There's one other tool that I use, and I want to show you that. I use also this thing. This is PowerPoint, right? It's no surprise, it's PowerPoint. But there's an add-on for PowerPoint called Office Mix, and this has a lot of potential. And in some ways, I want to use this exclusively, but there's some limitations I have. But once you have, if you have, all of your classroom material that are kind of stored in PowerPoint, and you just would kind of like to add, go through and maybe do a couple of the examples for your students, you can go in and easily add, the text, you can add the audio, you can add pen strokes into it by using Office Mix. So if you go to mix.office.com, you can download and install this add-in for PowerPoint. It'll add this one Mix toolbar here. All the other ones are the same. But basically, once you hit slide recording, it'll allow you to record on here. And basically, your pen strokes will be recorded in real time. It's a good way to go too. I just think for simplicity, I like using the expression encoder and then uploading to YouTube. So that's kind of a brief look at the tools that I use in my classroom and use to create things that I host for my students. It's kind of interesting. At a certain point, students really appreciate this, and then they get kind of annoyed that it's there because it takes away a lot of excuses. And I've had some students who have just done phenomenal things because they just really spend a lot of time listening, thinking about, and trying examples again and again. And they understand they're working for their understanding of their mastery. And once that's it, once a student understands, it's can I do this? Do I understand that? And that's what they're striving for. So many hurdles to mathematics just kind of fall away. So, anyways, have a great summer. And I hope that you found this a little helpful.